First thing you gotta do is you gotta make sure that this grenader hits the barrels. The barrels are only in the part where the green lines are, and there's 4 of them. You'll know if you get it correct if you hear them explode. Also, if it hits the red area and falls off, you're gonna die because of a bunch of voodoo dolls. So this beginning is quite tough. Anyways, hello Doomers, welcome to map 98 and 30. I already recorded the audio for this, but apparently I accidentally deleted it, so we're going round 2. Once all the barrels are exploded, you'll be able to get here. But yeah. And now we're on jump wad. Woohoo! Everyone loves jump wad, right? Why not have it in another wad too? So here we need to do pretty much the same thing. There's 5 of these green lines with and there's barrels behind them. It's pretty generous here, so you should be fine. However, when you finish this area, you want to kill the grenader. He's not gonna get killed automatically, so don't forget to do that. This map is cooked, by the way. The ending is just really cooked. It's a setup won't even save you from it. So let's hear all them exploding and the Baron dies, you can kill him. And back to jump wad. Yeah. Yippee! So this part, you just really try not to die. It's quite hard though. Luckily you don't have to kill these grenaders, they'll just die. And you do want to keep a good amount of pistol ammo, because if you're playing on ultra violence, you're gonna have to pistol an imp to death eventually. Alright, now time for the real rough part. So first, you gotta be careful here. You have to skip one of these jumps so you have enough health to not die. That's a lot harder than it looks there. And now we get to the RNG. I really don't like this part. This part, it would have been better without it, to be honest. So this is a hard part right there. Those things, it depends on the direction they bounce you in. I don't know if you can have a setup for these, but it doesn't matter because the next part's even worse. Now this part is really hard. You have to basically skip a row of the jumps. And here you want the imp to... I actually really like this part, but I think it's too hard. Yeah, basically imp's gonna hit the grenader. Grenader's going to shoot the imp, and you're gonna bounce off its grenade. That part is extremely hard. And then here you're gonna want the grenader to explode the jump things, so then you can get it without taking damage. And I don't know why, but these things, they hurt the Mancubus. So eventually it'll die. And there you are. The properties of a grenade by Skyonyx done in 4 minutes and 7 seconds. Now stay on this video for probably the worst map. Map 30. Hardfest 3. Here we go. Spoiler warning, this map sucks. This is probably going to be the worst map of the WOD. And that's even considering map 98. Now this map has some really just god-awful platforming, which, unless you have like a perfect setup for, is going to kill you most of the time. And keep in mind, I usually like platforming in maps. So, I'm really not just saying that, I swear. Also, this map is very low in resources. You know, it has usually a lot of tough fights. But there's one fight you'll see in particular which is just so stupid. And apparently the reason why the one fight is so ridiculous is because the author saw Vile play and Vile thought it was too easy. And if you know Vile, he's a really good player. So, yeah. Anyways, we'll get back into that later. So this part sucks here. First off, getting that rocket launcher, if you're not quick enough, the platforms will fall down. Which isn't that bad, to be honest. But yeah, there's two platforming parts which just suck. Also, this is tool assisted. I'm not doing this map legit. I'd rather do a lot of things than do that. So here, that's bullshit parkour jump number 1. That one's more safe than the other, but man, it just sucks. So let me get this fight. Probably the coolest fight in the map. I mean, it's not like crazy good or nothing, but it feels fair at least. But yeah, some fun facts about this map is that right before it released, the author buffed it, and nobody saw the buff, which made the map pretty much impossible without cheese, or extremely heavily RNG dependent. Keeping in mind though, it definitely still is possible, mainly because of the cheese. But I'm at the point where I'm like, why would I suffer through this? There's no reason to. So yeah, once you open that door, you'll get 3 archviles coming in. Here, there's a little secret right here, which gives you some shotgun ammo, which is nice because this map is super resource low in resources. All right, now we get to the bullshit fight. Yeah, this fight is just practically so stupid. So the cheeses use archvile to get over the other side, but since I'm tool assist, I don't have to do that. So basically, look at all these archviles here. You pretty much have to just dodge like this. This is the author's way of wanted you to do it, but there's no safe spot, even where the lava is. This is literally like a chillax level map fight here. Press that switch. So awful. The map author clearly didn't play TAS or knows how to play hard maps. this is the final fight. It's kind of weird. We just have a bunch of squidbillies and rocket guys everywhere. And there we are. So after this map, we're actually on to some good maps, so just small intermission. And there we are, Goop Cave, number 387.